Fight for your king! Fight for your realm! Fight on! Defeat them! Slay them all! Hold the line! Let no one through! It looks like we have done it! Look, we have done it! The last of the dark minions has been slain by the brave defenders of the realm! Congratulations, men! Well done! And with that, we have survived our first blood moon. This is a critical milestone for King Dave II and his mighty kingdom of minions and such, because it means that we now have a bit of breathing space and we have a fairly well-developed empire slash kingdom that we can utilize to power forward now. We need to start thinking about taking the fight to the dastardly foes and also building up our economy. So let's get a farmer in now. And we'll also build a farm for him to work in. Oh yeah, we'll collect the taxes. That's a good idea. It's always a good idea to collect taxes. Hopefully someone will hunt this deer. There is a hunter there, look. He's actually dropped a whole lot of coins. He was hiding behind the wall. Farm, straight away. Pop a farm up here. We'll also check on the western flank of the kingdom and make sure that everything is looking okay out here. We'll probably need to beef the defenses up a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem for the next few nights because it's still early in the life of the kingdom. The enemies spawning, the dark minions who spawn from the gates, will not be coming in any great numbers just yet. Look, we'll grab some more minions. We'll build up the population of the kingdom. This is, of course, very important. Is there anything of interest out here? I've forgotten. I don't think so. Isn't it just the... It's just the temple, isn't it? It's just the stone temple that we've already leveled up, and then the gate. Maybe we should check, just to be on the safe side. No, it is. Look, it definitely is. Look, there's the stone temple, and then it's the gate immediately after the stone temple. I was just unsure if there was another town slash settlement of minions waiting to join their king in his mighty kingdom. Doris, take me back. Let's actually start chopping these trees down, because if the gate is right there, look, we just want to push this forward as far as we can. Build a little outpost from which to assault the gate in the near future, possibly even before the next blood moon, if that's possible. If we can assault one or both of the gates before the next blood moon, then this realm will truly be known as one of the greatest in the land. I think we might actually, we'll level this farm up to level 2, because at level 1 there are no structures or anything, and the lazy farmers will walk all the way back to the keep at night just to hang out with their friends. But fortunately, if we level it up to level 2, then our little hut is there, and then the farmers are more than happy to stay out 24 hours a day tending the fields. I don't think they actually tend the fields at night, to be fair. I think they just kind of like mill about and socialize with each other and stuff, but at least they don't have to walk all the way across the kingdom every morning and every evening, which saves us a lot of time, and therefore we generate more monies. You builders, you're going to be building in the night. Now, this is not ideal, I know, but don't worry, your king is here. Your brave king, King Dave II, shall utilize his great skills of bribing the enemy minions to avoid them assailing you and generally taking you out and stealing your stuff. That would be bad, but don't worry, it won't happen. We can totally afford to bribe the minions away. At least, I think we can afford to bribe the minions away. How many coins do we have in our coin pouch again? Oh, we've got some more now, look. We'll grab these. We might not even need to. Look, if you finish up quickly, or possibly if they come from the other side, we'll be fine. It looks like we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. Look, there are no minions coming. We'll just recruit this fellow. And there you go. Look, they have chopped down the trees that we told them to chop down. Nobody is coming. This king is reasonably confident that all is well here. Look, we've actually got a ranger out there. There's actually a ranger who's only just making his way back. That guy is clearly some kind of badass. That guy is probably... He's probably taken out the entire horde of enemy minions on his own, single-handedly, and made the land safe for us to continue our clear-cutting program, which is going to take out that camp, unfortunately. It means we're not going to have anyone else that we can recruit from here, because it will disappear with the forest. The minion ladies who live in there, they refuse to make camp where there is no forest, so they will move on. But it matters not, because we have 2 camps right on the eastern side of our realm, and we can use those to continually recruit as many people as we're going to need, at least I hope so. And if we can push this forest back a little bit further, then there is like a strong defensive point right there. There's a tower and a wall slot. Ooh, lots of golds. Lots of golds. Give me all of your golds. There's a tower and a wall slot right here that we can that we can populate, and that'll be a strong defensive point to hold, and indeed to launch, to use as a launching off point against the gate. But that'll happen in the future. It's going to take a little while for that forest to clear down, so we might as well head back into our kingdom. There's the bells. There's the all-clear bells. Actually, the sun's kind of on its way up already. Doris, have a little feed. We better check on the eastern side of the Empire because we've not been there for a while, and clearly that's the side that came under attack. They're no doubt missing their king. Look at all these little watch rocks. It's not the most honourable duty in the Empire, in the kingdom, I should say, sitting on a rock and generally not getting much action, but somebody's got to do it. Speaking of jobs, we need farmers. We need lots and lots of farmers. Now we've got that level 2 farm. I think it can have about 5 farmers working it, so let's get another 4. Farming hose. We'll recruit these guys as well. You can go and become farmers or something. It doesn't matter what you do for your king. It's all glorious. And to be fair, farmers probably have a lot easier of a time of it than soldiers do. At least in terms of the likelihood of them coming under attack. Unless our defenses fail. And let's face it, the defenses are not going to fail. This kingdom is so fine. Look, hold on. We're just going to get this trader to head down to the kingdom. It's still prior to day 10. I think we could do with basically more of everything. So having a little bit of efficiency on that is perfectly fine. Let's ride out and see what's beyond here. How far is it to the gate? Look, we've got a couple of men in another camp. And there's the gate. All right, that's not very far at all. That is easily marchable within a day for our knights, who we haven't actually recruited yet, to be fair, but we will. We will. And when we do, they shall be among the most honoured of our minions, because they will get to wear the plate mail of a knight, and carry the emblem of our kingdom, the mighty owl, upon their shields, where they shall stand day and night at the borders of our kingdom, simply waiting, guarding the realm, and generally hanging out with their archer friends. So I imagine it's a pretty cushy job, except of course for the fact that at some point they will be ordered to march upon the enemy gates, which will almost certainly result in them being battered. Because when the enemy gate goes, it goes with a bang. And by a bang, I mean a horde of enemy evil minions will spew forth and basically batter everybody that's anywhere near it. But that's something we can look forward to in the future. It's not something that we have to concern ourselves with, because as a king, we will probably be miles away when that happens. I don't think it's necessary to level up these inner gates yet. Look at all the coins we've got. We've got so many coins. Let's get a few more archers out, just so that we've got them ready. I don't know what these farmers are doing milling around. They should really be out at the field, doing their job, and generally getting on with producing gold for their king. You there! Produce gold for your king. Oh, alright, thank you. He did! Look, he did exactly what I asked him to. I mean, not in the way that I expected him to or wanted him to, but nonetheless, you can't fault the man for trying. Alright, what are we going to do on the eastern side? Look, there we go. All these guys are now working away. Gold shouldn't be a huge problem for us now. With that farm fully operating and a nice hunting fields on the eastern flank of the empire, of the kingdom, I should say. I keep calling it an empire. It's not really an empire, is it? It's definitely a kingdom. On the eastern flank of the kingdom, that's looking pretty strong. Here on the western flank of the kingdom, we've already pushed the forest back a bit. We're going to push it back a little bit further. In fact, basically, we're going to push it back as far as we can, because ultimately we want as short of a distance as possible between the edge of our kingdom, where our defenses are constructed, and the enemy gate, so that our knights don't have to march for too long, because if they have to march for too long, the night will come, and their job will become essentially impossible. Thank you for your gold. Your king thanks you, all of you, for your great service to the empire. Bit of a shame that none of our farmers have produced much just yet. Actually, some of them produced it, but we don't really need it. We've already got overflowing coffers. Actually, hold on. We'll get the taxes out first, and then let's level up. I'm not entirely certain if the contents of that chest are guaranteed once it's spawned, or whether it will only produce the amount of gold dependent on the level of your haul, because obviously the higher the level of your haul, the less you have for taxes, because presumably it's all being spent on the hall itself, or possibly by the Queen, who no doubt dwells there. Now that we've got the wooden hall, we might as well get our siege engines out. I don't think we're going to be struggling for gold too much. It's kind of early. We only really need these when we launch our attack or when the next blood moon comes, but it's a good idea to get them out now. It takes a little while for them to get rolled out to the borders, and once there they can be extraordinarily effective, assuming of course any of my minions actually bother to man them. The builders, quite often they're off doing other things. They don't always seem to be where they're needed on those. It would be nice if we had actual siege crews permanently dedicated to them. But we don't, and we can't do anything about that. How's our wood cutting going on back here? This is going to be a nice strong defensive point here. Look, we've got a wall, and we've got a watchtower. Can't build the watchtower just yet. Should we build this second wall as well? Let's do it. Let's have a second wall here. We'll have like a doubled layered wall. Archers in that watchtower should potentially be able to continue to pepper any attacking hordes that make it through the first wave whilst they're trying to make it through the second wave, which of course is nice and efficient. That's what we want. That is definitely what we want. Strong, efficient defenses. Let's get this leveled up to tier 2 wall. There's not a lot of the day left here. The sun is sinking fast below the horizon. I think we'll leave that archer nest just now. I don't really want to have builders out past our walls at night. We could pay off some minions possibly if they come from this side, but it would be quite expensive at this stage. What I will do though, I think, because that inner wall's just been finished, let's get this outer wall straight up to a stone wall. If, for whatever reason, the enemy minions do somehow come straight away before they're able to finish it, then we can always fall back behind that inner wall, and hopefully all will be well. I think the gate is just past that stone temple, isn't it? So it's alright. I think we're going to be fine. I think they should do it. Look, they're nearly finished. Are you nearly finished? Finish that stone wall. Excellent. Well done, builders. Alright, you can now fall back behind the kingdom's outer defenses. Let's ride back across the kingdom towards the east and see how we're doing. Tomorrow, we're going to want to level up our keep. Actually, what day is it? IX. Okay, so we've got 2 days. It's day 9. It's the day before the day of the blood moon, which means we're going to have 2 full days of construction, which is good. I don't know if we're going to be able to launch our knights off prior to the next blood moon. I think we'd probably be better off simply riding out the next blood moon and then marching on the enemy gates immediately thereafter. But we may be able to. It depends how quickly we can get everything all set up. We've got plenty of gold, at least. Let's ride back. Actually, let's level up these inner defenses, just in case. Just in case we have a breach on one side. We don't want to lose our farms. We've got a lot invested in those farms. They are going to be crucial for keeping our knights built and supplied and keeping archers coming and all the other good stuff. Let's get all of this stuff leveled up. Look, we did have an attack on this side. That wall took some damage, but it matters not. It held. Get that cut down. Let's get it all done. Let's get all of these orders in place. Your king has many demands for you, men of the kingdom of the owl, but he knows that you have what it takes. You have the grit and determination to build this kingdom to last, to stand the test of time, and to defeat the evil minions, unlike his father before him. More coins for the king's coffers. This is good. This is a very productive farm we've got going here. As long as we don't lose this come the next blood moon, then we should be in a strong position to begin our fight back when the new moon rises. Taxes are good. We're not going to bother leveling up the castle, I think, just yet. We're going to pump everything into our defenses to make sure we have the best chance of riding out this coming blood moon. You there, take the king's coin and join my forces. I think... Oh, look, lots more coins. I think we're going to see to the defenses first, and if we've got coins left, we'll come back and recruit them. Look at all the coins. So many coins. I'm sure we will have coins left. We do have many, many coins just now. Let's get this tower up to a top tier 3 tower, and I mean a top tier whatever tower, a 3-person tower, a 3-person enlarged stone tower. That'll provide the best type of defense. We'll sling a few coins at the God of the Archers here at the Archer God Shrine. We'll level that all the way up, just in case we're not back this way before the blood moon comes. It'll be worth having that all charged up. Is it worth building up the rest of these defenses? We should probably build this tower up just to make it so that the guy doesn't get immediately swamped if they do breach there. I think that'll do for now on the eastern flank. I'm kind of expecting the attack to come from the west. Did the last blood moon come from the east or the west? I can't remember. Where is my court records keeper? Let me just level this tower up, just in case it does come from the east. It could come from the east, I suppose. It could come from either side, and we want to hold them before they get into the core keep, if that's the case. 3 coins to level this up as well, just on the off chance they make it all the way in here. I have to say, I am feeling a little bit shabby about the fact that I'm still living in a wooden Viking feasting hall. I mean, it's nice and all, but frankly, I think that I am a suitably magnificent king with a suitably magnificent kingdom that I should be living in a stone hall by now. But, well, I'm also kind of a paranoid king, and therefore we're going to keep pumping all of our available coin into our defenses. I want multiple layers of stone walls, and archer towers and archers and catapults. Good to see you, boys. Good to see that you are finally bringing this catapult. I mean, when did I make this? Yesterday, I think. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. It's quite a long trek, I suppose, for minions with tiny legs, and even more so when they're pushing a big, heavy catapult. But they're nearly here, which is good. They will, I'm sure, be extremely relieved. Hopefully they will actually hang around as well and operate the catapult. I suppose I could put them to work, maybe building this inner wall up to its maximum height, and maybe some other things as well. Look, here comes an attack. It's a fairly small attack. Oh, you see what happens? You see what happens when you try and defeat a minion attack by standing on a rock. It just doesn't work. Let's get the defenses beefed right up here. We want a full wall. We want a tower. In fact, I want a stone tower there. Your king demands a stone tower. He's just going to go off and fetch the coin to be able to make that happen. Possibly from the... Oh, no, here we go, look. Here we go. Thank you, Mr. Hunter Ranger Man. You have furnished your king with your gold, as, of course, is your duty, your honor, and your pleasure, probably. I assume it's your pleasure. Look, there we go. The moon has just gone down. The placid moon. We shall not see it again this night, for the court astronomers are all agreed. The signs are clear. The heavens are aligned. Storm clouds build in the distance. The bells ring out to herald the coming of a new day. Day 10, day of the second blood moon. A far greater challenge than the first. A challenge which we shall meet head on. For we have one last day, the calm before the storm, to rally the troops, shore up the defenses, and steel our hearts to face the darkness that is coming our way.